Speaking of how cases are handled in Maryland, state judiciary administrators have asked the highest court in the state to throw out a ruling that low-income defendants have a constitutional right to public defenders at their first bail hearings. What do you feel about that? What do you feel is the most reasonable outcome here?
Well, first of all, I disagree with the opinion that was issued by the Court of Appeals initially. I think it was a wrong-headed decision. I think the decision of the court, and again, they decided this case based on the Maryland Constitution, not the federal Constitution, because courts all across America facing the same issue did not reach the same conclusion that Maryland reached. I think that this decision comes with a price tag of about $500 million over the next 10 years on the state and local level. Our Attorney General, Doug Gansler, who I heard you mentioned a little bit briefly in the previous segment, has just filed an appeal again asking that the new Court of Appeals, because it's actually newly constituted because some of the people that were on the court previously have now retired. I think the thought is in Annapolis that as the court is currently constituted, the decision would have not been the same. I think that Maryland, here's the reality. If you get arrested in Maryland, you get taken before a commissioner, and a quasi-judicial official makes a decision about what your conditions of release are going to be and whether you're going to be held or not held, and about 18 hours later you see a judge. I think you should have counsel, and my personal opinion is you should have a lawyer with you when you go before a judge the very first time. Within 24 hours of your arrest, you're going to see a judge, and a lawyer should be there. But what we're doing is we have a very unique situation in Maryland because someone gets to see someone about their bond twice within the first 24 hours. There's one other state in the country that does it the way we do. Quite candidly, some people would have argued that we had the gold standard.
What state is that?
I don't.
I figured you didn't remember. You would have said.
No, well, I would. Thanks for catching me on that.
I'm sorry. I just wonder what state it is. Yeah. We can find out later.
But the reality is, I think this. I did not favor this decision. It was a 4-3 decision as it came down from the court. I don't know if they're going to revisit it or not, but right now the best proposal, I think, is the one that's coming out of the governor's office, where we might go to what we call a risk assessment instrument. And when an individual is arrested in Maryland, rather than go to a judicial officer, basically a caseworker is going to fill out a risk assessment instrument based on some social science researched criteria to make a determination whether you're going to be released or not.